welcome back to another amazing pick a card reading. My name is Amanda and you are watching Awakened Creators. And in this pick a card reading, I'm going to try and help you find out who your spirit guides are. So we'll learn a little bit more about them and what they're trying to assist you with on your journey. Now helping me today, I have some tarot and oracle cards, of course, the Shadowscapes Tarot, and 3 oracle decks, Keepers of the Light, Universe Has Your Back, and Work Your Light Oracle. You can learn more about these cards in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this reading, and leave me a comment below and let me know which pile you picked and if the messages resonated with you. And of course, give it a like if you liked it. So let's go ahead and get into the instructions so you know exactly what to do. So I have 4 piles for you to choose from today, this being number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And instead of card toppers, I've decided to let the crystals be a wild card. And so when it comes time for your reading, I'll shake up the bag, try crystal, and try to gain some insight from whichever one comes out for you. And before we get started, to get the most out of this reading, to make sure that it resonates with you, close your eyes, put your hands over your heart, and take a nice big deep breath in and out. And ask that you be guided to select the pile which will most resonate with you at this time, so that you can receive the messages necessary for your highest good and the highest good of all. And after you've done that and you're ready, go ahead and pick your pile. Click on the timestamp in the description or the comments to go to that start of the video and enjoy your reading. All right, pile number 1, let's get into your reading. Before we start, I'm going to grab a crystal from the bag. Let's see what comes out. Ooh, Tektite. This is a very interesting crystal. This particular crystal is kind of cosmic, a little out of this world. I believe they're created from meteor impacts, and they have a very kind of pockmarked texture, sort of like a lava rock. Dark and mysterious. I'm interested to see what comes out in your cards. All right, so the tarot cards that I have are going to give me some more insight into kind of what your spirit guide is sort of assisting you with, and also maybe a little bit about their personality. Now, I'm not going to be reading reversals today. I've been guided not to, so whenever I pull over the cards, I'm just going to flip them upright, and we'll just read them purely upright. So what we have is 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the Tower. Very interesting. So I feel like your spirit guide might really be helping you to unburden yourself and make sure that you are on the right path, especially with the Tower card here. The Tower card usually comes out when we are needing divine intervention, basically. Something in our life is out of balance, or an old structure, an old way of doing or being is not functioning for us any longer. And so, you have the lightning strike, which is kind of like the hand of God, or an act of God, basically coming out of the ethers and enacting and enforcing change upon us. So your spirit guide, I think, really wants you to start getting what you deserve. You've got 10 of Wands and 6 of Pentacles here, and the 10 of Wands comes after we've put in a lot of hard work towards something, and not necessarily that we're done with it, but we're tired. And certainly if you've been carrying something around for a really long time, it may have reached its peak and need to be let go. But with the Six of Pentacles here, I do feel like this may need to be let go because you're wanting to and needing to start getting what you deserve and start really having a more reciprocal relationship with reality, meaning you put in some, you get some back, rather than feeling like it's all on you. And so your spirit guide may be helping you experience and get through this tower moment to kind of reset your life and bring more greater balance to your life. So the keepers of the light that are helping us understand, interesting. You've got Lady Venus and Odin. So Lady Venus says, downloads and understanding, truth is being revealed, deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Now this might be where this kind of cosmic nature of this tektite is coming from. I feel it really strongly with Lady Venus. She evokes to me a very Pleiadian energy. So I don't know if that resonates with you or you have some kind of connection to the Pleiades, and also to Venus itself. But this card definitely feels very cosmic. It feels very even verging on extraterrestrial. But the point of Lady Venus here is that information is coming into you, and your spirit guide may communicate with you through downloads of information. So this could come in the form of insights that you receive where you're kind of just like, oh, I need to do this. Especially too, because Odin says psychic insights. So your spirit guide definitely communicates to you telepathically and through downloads of information that you receive through your third eye. And Odin says, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. So your spirit guides really want you to follow the guidance that they are sending you telepathically, and to not ignore it. And maybe you have been, if you've gotten to the Ten of Wands and they're trying to pull a tower on you. But that information is there for you to access. And also want to say Odin is surrounded by these runes. So runes could be a way to get more insight into connecting with your spirit guide. So if you have kind of like this draw to old Celtic religions or Norse mythology or any of that kind of these sort of mythological beings from that era, that could be a good way for you to connect with your spirit guides. We've got a male and a female card, so I feel very balanced here in terms of gender. If anything, I just feel like your spirit guide's energy is very balanced, especially with the Six of Pentacles in the center of your tarot reading. And they definitely want to send you information telepathically through downloads. So remain open to that. Keep your third eye open, tap into your intuition, and develop that so that you can hear their messages more strongly. Okay, so Work Your Light, a card that came out for you is Priestess. So this particular spirit guide could be a priestess of some kind, or really the priestess for me just makes me think of someone who is very connected to their intuition, very psychic, very has fully developed clair abilities. So if you've ever thought or been told, oh, you're kind of psychic, or oh, how did you know that? This definitely could be a sign that that is a way for you to connect to not only your spirit guides, but just your life purpose in general. There also is some ancient Egyptian symbology in this card. I see Isis, I see the lions here make me think of the lion star people, which brings me back to the Tektite. So there could be some Lyran, could be some Palladian guides assisting you through this, but whomever they are very, very intuitive, and they are very connected to their intuitive power through the power of the priestess. So you yourself even might be trying to step more into your abilities as a priestess or a shaman or something like that, and I think your guides would definitely support you in that. Okay, so the message your spirit guides have for you, again with this balance, this balance of the moons, it says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. This really takes me back to this Tower card and your spirit guides really letting you know that anytime your life feels like it's falling apart, it's happening for you. It's happening for you and not to you. It's a pathway for you to heal. It's a pathway for you to grow and to start stepping more into your truth of who you really are. Integrity, I'm hearing, is really important to your spirit guide. They want you to live a life of authenticity, and they also want you to live a life of balance. There's a lot of balance in your cards, with the Six of Pentacles, with the male and female keeper of the light, and even with this image here. Your spirit guide really wants you to live a balanced life, be in alignment with your highest good, and never fear these moments of disarray in your life, but to realize that they are gifts from the divine for you to finally step out and move out of any stagnant energy, any energy that's just spent, that paths that you've walked for too long that need to go, because balance needs to be restored in your life at this time. So this also could be an indication to connect with the moon and with being outside at night, I'm hearing. So being outside at night, looking up at the stars, is going to be a powerful way for you to connect to your spirit guides. Even in these cards, the backgrounds for both of these characters is the night sky, is stars and galaxies. They're also on Odin's card is a lot of crows, and he has the black feathers around his head. So certainly if you have a connection to crows or ravens, dark birds, if you see these, it could definitely be an indication that Odin's energy or that your spirit guide's energy is near you, and to tap into your intuition and into your psychic abilities and sense what the message they are trying to send you might be. I'm hearing journal too, to journal these experiences so that you have that written evidence of the information that you've received, and definitely to step on your path, not be afraid to grow something new, to find balance again. I'm really strongly feeling that this needs to be let go. Whatever this Ten of Wands is, they want you to let go of that and to allow the Tower to fall. But you're going to have to do that through faith. And whatever trauma you experience leads to your healing and your growth. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah. So this was a really interesting read, again, especially with the Tektite coming out. I definitely highly encourage you to get outside under the night sky and connect to your spirit guide. Again, just a summary, like their energy feels very balanced, masculine and feminine, and even almost otherworldly or from very ancient civilization. But there's certainly some connection to the stars, to the cosmic there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, the information about how to do that is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you luck in connecting with your beautiful spirit guide. Okay, group number 2, we are going to get into your cards. And I just want to mention real quick that I've been guided not to read any reversals today. So any tarot cards that come up in reverse, I will be turning upright and reading them that way. But these are to help me understand what your spirit guide specifically might be helping you with, and maybe even a little insight into their personality. But first, let's grab you a crystal and see what kind of insights we can get. Okay, citrine. Great. All right, so we have citrine. Citrine is one of my very favorite crystals. It's this bright sunny yellow color. So this tells me that your spirit guide may be very kind of a joyful personality, or want you to tap more into your joy. This also connects to our solar plexus chakra, which can be dealing with our confidence and our ability to feel powerful and in control of our own destiny. And so that's very interesting. And look, of course, we start with wands. So we have the 9 of Wands, we have the Lovers, and we have the Moon for your cards. Okay. So 9 of Wands is a very kind of warrior spirit. You'll see the figure here. He's on his beast, and there's the troops behind him. So this spirit guide feels very strong. I want to say maybe even masculine, but some of the other cards lend more towards a feminine energy with the moon. But certainly this is a kind of a, I want to say take no prisoners sort of attitude to, like, he's unafraid of anything that stands in your way. And so your spirit guide could really be trying to help you to shore up your courage and to shore up your belief in yourself and your ability to kind of take on anything that comes your way. So it feels like they're very good at sort of wanting to motivate you. Now you have the Lovers and the Moon. What the Lovers card makes me think of is balance, actually, and that your spirit guide could be very balanced in the male and feminine energies. We'll see what some of the other cards have to reveal to us, but they may also be trying to assist you in finding your twin flame or your soulmate, or really, though, coming into union with yourself and really feeling whole and complete as a person. So your spirit guide really wants you to understand, even with the 9 of Wands, that you don't necessarily even need anybody else. That once you are whole and complete in and of yourself and really reclaim your power and self-belief, you can do anything. And so their message here, I think, is pretty clear, that they want you to really be the champion of your own life and be your own best friend, your own best lover. Now we have the Moon card. So your spirit guide definitely could connect to you with the moons. So if you are drawn at all to new moons and full moons, and you kind of have this interest in lunar cycles, that certainly could be your spirit guide kind of nudging you to pay attention to that. The Moon card can also talk about things being revealed. And for me, this is about you revealing your true self. So again, with the Lovers card, if you're coming into wholeness and completeness with your being, you're going to have an easier time really revealing your true self to the world, and being unafraid to kind of show everybody who you are and what you are made of, which would certainly make you a much more confident warrior going into any situation if you're feeling very confident in who you are and you're not interested in hiding who you are anymore. So the Keepers of the Lights cards are going to help me kind of figure out more about your spirit guide, and there's all that feminine energy. So with the Moon card, there's definitely a connection with the Moon, especially with Diana coming out. Diana is like the goddess of the Moon. She also is a warrior. So, while traditionally we see this, a warrior in the Nine of Wands and we think male, there is definitely feminine warriors, and your spirit guide is one of them. So I would say for certain that your spirit guide's energy is feminine, but she does not take any shit from anybody. She's very self-reliant, very confident in her abilities to rule her own life and to be whole and complete in and of herself. So Diana's card says focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible outcome. And I feel like this really relates to the citrine in that it's not only there to encourage us to follow our joy and stay joyful, but to give us that ability to, and that drive to go towards it. So there's no playing small for you. Your spirit guide really wants to see you rise to the occasion and to believe in yourself to get to this Nine of Wands. So it would have taken some time to be here at this Nine of Wands, and so you're fully prepared to take on whatever it is that you're facing at this time, and they want to remind you of that, that you are the warrior that you've been waiting for. The Faith card also comes out and says, stay calm, trust in the good of yourself and others, and see the light in the world. So this Faith card for me, I'm really hearing that this is faith in yourself. This is faith in your ability to handle whatever is coming your way, and that you really aren't sitting around waiting like a damsel in distress for your knight. Your spirit guide doesn't want you to do that. They want you to find wholeness and completeness with yourself, to take off whatever little mask you might be wearing, and to reveal your true sense of self to the world. I really just feel like you truly are a warrior, and maybe you try to suppress that part of yourself, but your spirit guide is telling you no, you are the warrior. You are the one who's going to take charge of this situation. I just really love Diana's card here. She's got her quiver of arrows. She's got her crown, like she's victorious, and then of course the crescent moon there. You've got the crescent moon twice. So at the next moon cycle, really try to connect with this energy, connect with your spirit guide. It could be Diana, or it could just be another female entity that carries that spirit of the female warrior. Whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. This energy is there to support you. Oh, interesting. The other thing they want you to know here with the Work Your Light is unbound. Release soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Again, we have the moon. I don't know if there could be more moon in this reading. But really, your spirit guide wants you to know that no one is holding you back but yourself. That if you feel like there are any entities or people or just patterns in your life that are holding you down, that's an illusion, and you can break those chains yourself. And this may be a call to action for you to use the moon cycles to start releasing these chains that bind you, and to maybe under the new moons let things go, and under the full moons ask for more to be revealed. So then in the next cycle, the next new moon 2 weeks later, you can let those go. So you use the moon cycles, I'm hearing, to help you move through and heal these binds and these kind of templates of old karma and drama that could be following you around, and could be even carrying over from past lives, or other soul contracts you might have entered into in other lifetimes. But to really break free of that, become your own sovereign being in the Lover's card, whole and complete in and of yourself, and then you can take on anything. But really with this Knight of Wands is telling you that you don't have to wait for anybody to help you do this. You can do this yourself, and you can release yourself from this. You don't have to wait for anyone to help you do it. You have all the tools that you need, I'm hearing. Can we? Not with the moon. Okay, so here we go. Is another message from your spirit guides. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So now this moon is, surprisingly enough, the same-ish color of the citrine with your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is being activated. I'm seeing at least three cards now that have this kind of yellow solar plexus type energy, which again, that's our source of our confidence. That's our source of our personal power. So if you felt like anybody has ever had power over you, and it seems like you probably have, remember you can release yourself from this, and you have everything you need in order to do that. You may need to have some more faith that you can, and you also need to make sure you're connecting to your joy on a regular basis. That's going to be really healing for you. So if you participate in anything that makes you really happy, any kind of creative pursuit that you do, or any kind of heck, with Diana, maybe you're an archer, maybe you do enjoy being outdoors and being playing sports or something like that. But anything that connects you with your joy is going to fire up that part of yourself, and it's going to help you, remind you that you are strong, that you are capable, that you can do anything you set your mind to. So connect to your joy, connect to the things that really light you up, and that's going to help you really step into your warrior, which is what this spirit guide is here to help you do. So this was a really interesting reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you are interested in getting a personal reading from me, then you can look in the description box below for more information on how to do that. Thank you so much, and remember, you are the warrior. You got this. Take care. Hi, group number 3. Let's find out who your spirit guides are. Now, the tarot cards that I'm going to be looking at today, I've been guided not to read in reverse. So if any of them do come out reversed, I will be flipping them upright. But before we get started, let's pick a crystal for you from my little goodie bag to get some insight into your spirit guide. Okay, lapis lazuli. Very nice. This is one of my favorite stones. Lapis lazuli is really connected to our third eye chakra. And so your spirit guide definitely could reach out to you during meditation, or through kind of intuitive knowings, or maybe even just visions you receive, or psychic kind of insights that you get about things. It could also be tied to ancient cultures who used to really prize this stone very highly for its metaphysical properties. So we have the Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, immediately, this is bringing me back to what I said about this crystal. In this energy, swords are communications, and Knight energy is very fast moving. So this could be very fast insights that you get, inspirations that you receive through this spirit guide. And they could be related to inspired ideas for things to take action on in the real world. That can bring you maybe financial abundance, especially coupled with the Six of Wands, which is like a victory card. This is, achievement where others are recognizing you for that achievement. So certainly your spirit guide, I think, really wants to help you, give you ideas for that can lead to your material wealth and your material life. So these could be that it's time to move, or hey, it'd be a great idea if you talk to that person over there who ends up telling you about a job opportunity. So your spirit guide really communicates to you information that can help you in your practical life versus personal healing or any kind of that sort of thing. So let's see what Keepers of the Light we have. Oh, interesting. We've got two feminine energy cards. We'll see what else comes out, although any kind of intuitive insights certainly are feminine in nature. I'm not necessarily feeling like overwhelming feminine energy with this reading, given these cards, but we'll see what else comes out. So the first one here is charity, and it says, prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. There it is. That's this energy right here. Ask and you shall receive. Your spirit guide wants to help you get what you want out of life. And to do that, it needs you to connect with it. It needs you to connect with its energy, and you can do that through prayer. So again, we talked a little bit about meditation in here, which to a lot of folks is just another kind of form of prayer, basically, but just getting very quiet and connecting with spirit, connecting with God, whatever you want to call it. Really connecting though to that energy and asking for what you need from them, because I feel like they want to give that to you. They want, when I was reading about these cards, I felt like this jovial laughing, like Santa Claus. Like, I want to give you what you want. Like, I want to see you be joyful and happy, and answer all of your wishes and answer all of your prayers. So definitely make that connection by getting quiet and going inside and really asking for what you need from the universe. Then you also have Green Tara. It says, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. This card is very abundant. I mean, like, look at all the flowers blooming. All of this energy feels very abundant to me. So again, with this idea of like material prosperity, but also though protection. So if you have any kind of nervousness or hesitation around receiving, your spirit guide wants you to get rid of that, and it wants to help you do that by reminding you that you are protected and that you can trust the universe to provide for you. It says move beyond limitation. We have to remember that anytime we are trying to manifest, our thoughts are a huge part of that. And if you, in the back of your mind, truly don't believe that you get what you deserve, or that there's enough to go around, those kind of sayings. If you don't truly believe that, then this abundance is going to have a really difficult time getting to you, and your spirit guide really, really wants you to be happy. It really, really wants to see you be successful in a material world, to get great ideas that can bring you prosperity. Just like, look at all the green. It's awesome. Like, I'm so excited for you. This is really great. Like, I wish this was my spirit guide. So definitely make sure that you're not limiting yourself. And if you feel like you are, go into prayer, go into contemplation, ask your spirit guide to help you move beyond these limiting beliefs, and they will. They'll give you a saying, or you'll be driving and you'll hear someone say something on the radio, and you'll go, that's, like an affirmation that you can latch onto, and or someone will connect you with a book that kind of solves the problem for you. So ask for what you need, even if what you need is like, I don't know how to move beyond this limiting belief. Like, we're not talking like, I want $1 million, but I don't know how to be a person who attracts wealth. Can you help me change my attitude about money? And your spirit guide will help you do that. Interesting. So the message you have here from the Work Your Light Oracle is mirror. It says, who or what is triggering you? So with regards to material wealth, which I'm seeing is a thing here, you may have some hang-ups related to that come up via triggers. So pay attention to how you feel when you see someone who you perceive as wealthy. Think about how you feel when you perceive someone who you think is poor. Pay attention to your feelings. Do you reject or have negative feelings towards that which you perceive as wealthy? Do you have kind of an idolization of poverty, and that it is pure and good, and so that if you were wealthy, that would make you dirty and bad? Really just spend some time paying attention to any time you feel triggered regarding material wealth or any kind of success. If you see a successful person, does it make you jealous? Do you feel like they have something you don't have? Ask yourself those kind of questions. Your spirit guide wants you to start really breaking down your negative beliefs and incorrect illusions you have about prosperity, because they want you to be prosperous. And I want to say, especially because this card is called charity, they want you to be prosperous because they know you have a good heart. And when you have more, they know you will do more with it than anyone else could. So this is one thing, I'm getting chills saying that. This is one thing that they want to get very clearly to you right now. Your success is the world's success. Everyone prospers. 6 is a card of balance. 6 is a card of give and take. This success, they know, should you receive it, you will not possess it selfishly. You will be generous and assist others on their path. But if you block yourself from receiving that prosperity, you'll have nothing to give, and therefore will not fulfill your, what I'm going to say is your mission with Ace of Pentacles are things from the hand of God, basically. Like, I need you to have this as your purpose. There is something that the universe wants to give you that's very big, that has the potential to grow into something huge. because they know you will do with it, and they know that you will offer it to others. They know that you will share your wealth with others, and that you will spread that abundance around. So just really be mindful of any time you're triggered by other people's wealth and or their poverty, and you may be blocking yourself from receiving prosperity. Oh, I love this card. This is a message from the universe has your back. It says, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. And really, this just reminds me that like the whole world is in your mind. I really feel strongly that you are a very loving, generous person, and you think a lot about others and humanity and kind of where the world is headed, and you want to see a better world. You see a better world in your mind's eye, but your contribution to that better world wants to come through to you from your own personal success and prosperity. And in order for you to do that, you have to open up to it. But just remember that you're here for love. And as long as you are confident in that and you are secure in that you move through life from a place of love, then you know that not even $10 billion could turn you evil. Not even all of the stock in the entire globe. You know, if you woke up tomorrow and were Bill Gates, like, you would still move through life from your heart space because you're here for love. And through this human experience, you're meant to uplift humanity, but you need, it's just a matter of the material world. Like, you need financial prosperity in order to do that. So remember, like, your gift to the world is that you see a better world. And your spirit guide wants to give you the opportunity to bring that into existence. Pentacles are real stuff. It wants to give you the seed that can grow into something real, like a school in a third world country, or a cure for some disease, or the water crisis. Like, it knows that in your hands amazing things can happen. But you gotta get past those blocks and just remember that love is within you, and not even money can turn you away from that mission. So you don't need to be afraid of receiving it. Wow, this was a really good reading. I'm really excited for you. I feel like you're the next Elon Musk, or I don't, even better than that, because you're gonna do really good things for humanity. And I just want to wish you the very best in that, and ask your spirit guides to help you move through any blockages or limitations in your mind, so that you can get to work building the future Earth. We need you very much so. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this reading and you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the information on how to do that is in the description box below. Thanks so much. Namaste. Hi, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into it. Now, quick message. The tarot cards that I'm going to look at today, I have been guided not to read reversals. So any cards that come up in reverse, I'm going to flip them upright. And before we get started, we're going to pick you out a crystal from our little baggie here and get some information on that. I'm really excited about these readings. Ooh, so we've got a beautiful quartz crystal here for you. Now, quartz is very common, but that doesn't make it not special. Quartz for me is all about clarity, clear thinking, a clear vision for the future, even just just clearly knowing what needs to be done and how to move forward. So your spirit guide, we'll see what comes out in the card, but they might be helping you get clarity. Let's see what we've got. Ace of Wands, the Devil, and Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So Ace of Wands, I definitely want to bring your attention to, because this is a card of inspired action. This is a card of that aha moment, or you get a great idea for a painting or something creative, even, especially with wands. So your spirit guide could certainly be helping you to fire up the furnace, I'm hearing, and really spark your creativity, spark your ideas, help you maybe even find clarity in moments of distress, because you have the Devil card here. So the Devil card comes out when we are kind of imprisoned by our self-imposed ideas or beliefs, basically just things that aren't true. Some people are really scared by this card, but I like it because it reminds you that you have the power. That whomever this devil or whatever the devil energy represents to you, it could be codependent relationship, it could be an addiction, it could be just like an old habit that you feel like you can't kick. All of those things that you feel like are tying you down, you have the ability to reclaim your power, which makes me think of Ace of Wands, because it's a very like powerful, fiery energy, to reclaim your power and realize that no, I'm in control and I can choose to get rid of this and let it go. I don't have to play this game anymore. And it's probably kind of hard to see on the camera, but the human figure that's down here kind of in this prison, the key is right above her head. Like it's like she can get herself out. It's not even that difficult, but she's covering her head. She's looking down. She's not even thinking or remembering that she has the power. She thinks that the devil has her heart all tied up in his web, and she doesn't realize that she can just leave at any time. So your spirit guide really wants you to realize your own power, and that you have within you the spark necessary to move through and out of whatever you are encountering as a challenge. And they also want to remind you don't have to do this alone. The Three of Pentacles is a card of working together. Everybody's using their strength to build something new, something tangible with pentacles. And so you could be like building a business or starting a creative pursuit, and your spirit guide wants to remind you that you're not doing this by yourself. You don't have to be alone. And maybe that's what this devil energy is that you feel like you're alone, or feel like no one's helping you, or not really that, but just that you're alone. Like nobody understands me, I'm hearing. But that's not true, and that there are people around you who can assist you, and if you're willing to collaborate with them. So don't feel like you have to give up all the control to collaborate with others. You can assign them to the tasks that you're not strong in. So say for instance, you're trying to start a creative business. You're the creative juices, right? With Ace of Wands, you have the inspired ideas, you have the concepts down, but maybe like the actual business part of it isn't your strength. You don't know how to balance books or do accounting or that kind of stuff. So you could find somebody who that is their passion and strength, because it's all about passion. So find somebody that's their passion and strength, and they can help you do it. I just want to remind you, there's 3 foxes in this as well, holding up this wand. So there's kind of this same 3-3 energy, and 3-3 is 6, which is a number of balance. So you really want to get balanced and remember that you're not alone. There's maybe even other fire signs, or if you're a fire sign, I don't know, but there's other people who are just as passionate about their strength as you are about yours, that can work together to make this dream happen. So you're not alone. And your spirit guide wants to make it very clear that you're not alone. All right, so let's look at the Keeper of the Light. Oh my God, more fire. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Okay, and even this has the word flame. I love this. Okay, so the Keeper of the Light, one of them that came out for you is Bridget. It says inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. What have we been saying? You have the power within you to do what you need to do. This creative spark, your spirit guide wants you to know that this is something you just naturally possess. So you don't need to worry about losing it. You don't need to worry about the fire going out. This is your strength. And that you have the power too, though, to release yourself from whatever this double energy is that you feel like is keeping you down. And I really feel like this is all very career related, and it's like, this is all like the things like you think that you can't do. Like, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that, and I don't know how, like, you're just driving yourself into like a depression, basically, thinking like, I have this great idea and I have this great concept, but I don't know how to do any of this. You are not alone. You do have the power to release yourself from this energy, but it's going to require you to lean on other people, including your spirit guide. So if you're feeling like you don't have the strength, or you don't have the clarity to see where these additional resources are, you can ask your spirit guides to show that to you. Your other Keeper of the Light that came out is Radha, Soul Flame, and it says, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship, harmony, and healing. Now the word harmony stands out to me because I mentioned it earlier in that needing to find more harmony and balance with the number 6. So I don't know, maybe you need 6 people to get the job done or something. But basically, this inspired idea that you have, or this creative endeavor that you're pursuing, is the lost part of yourself that Radha's talking about, the soul flame that fires within you, that is guiding you at this time. But it's like the rest of the stuff that you're worrying about, you don't need to worry about. And you can ask for your guide to help you find the pieces, the missing pieces that you need to make this happen. And that you're not alone. I just keep hearing, you're not alone. You're not doing this by yourself. And maybe even that is like a command, because you might be trying to do this by yourself. And that could be where the double energy is, that you're like so stubbornly trying to figure this out on your own that you're not willing to ask for help. And while your spirit guide wants to remind you that you have the inner strength, you have the power, they also want you to remember that relationship harmony, and I'm called to point out the fact that Radha has a twin flame in this deck, and it's like she needs the other part in order to make it work. So you can ask your spirit guide to help you find that other piece, and that could be the clarity through the clear quartz that your spirit guide's gonna help you in. What I tell you, you are not alone doing this. Look at this beautiful card. It says Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. I don't know how many more times I can tell you, you are not alone. You are not doing this alone. So if you feel like that, you got to let go of that attitude. Your spirit guide wants you to remember that when you say that you're doing this alone, you're stealing the power away from yourself. And you are not remembering that you are being guided through this process, and that your success is the success of the world, and that we want you and need you to be successful, and you have to ask for help. You need to reach out to your spirit guide, if no one else, for assistance. And then though, you need to reach out to the physical world to ask for others to help you. 3 of Pentacles. This is real. Pentacles are tangible things in the real world. You need to ask other people to help you. But if you don't feel like you're ready for that yet, then at this time, just ask your spirit guide to help you be more open to asking for help, and start there. But there are so many like figures in these cards. It's like you're surrounded by help and you refuse to take it. So there definitely could be some healing that needs to be done with receiving of help. Maybe some past trauma related to that. Okay, here's this card is the universe has your back, and it says, I let go of the shadow of the past, by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So we have a mention of the past here. And so it could be that you've experienced something in the past where maybe you asked for help and were abandoned, or the person like left you hanging. And so you're like, well, I'm just going to do everything myself from now on, and I'm not going to rely on other people, and I'm not going to ask for any more help because people always screw me over. And your spirit guide wants to remind you that that attitude is only going to lead to more people abandoning you and more feeling like this, like you're all by yourself trying to fight this fight. And that's not the case. So if you can learn to let go of this past shadow, this thing that kind of keeps hanging over your head, and see that person, whomever that hurt you, whomever that you feel like let you down, with love and forgiveness, you can move past that and free yourself from this devil energy and really ignite the fire of this project or of this business or whatever you're trying to get off the ground. Because it's still in the baby stages with the Ace and the 3. You're still just barely trying to make it happen. And you're getting stuck in this energy of refusing to ask for the help you need. Like you're at the point where you need other people to assist you, but you've got to be able to let go of this past trauma in order to receive the help that's surrounding you. It's like you're literally surrounded with help, but you can't see it because you're stuck in this old story where people let you down. So your spirit guide is really like not even necessarily one spirit guide. It feels like a whole like family of just maybe even a soul family that's just surrounding you, that's saying like, let us help you help yourself. And you can lean on them and ask them for their assistance in helping you open up more, and helping you forgive, and helping you just do whatever it is you need to do to move through into the next phase of this project, because it really is your heart. It really is meaningful to you, I feel, which is why you're so devastated that you're stuck in this energy right now. But you have the power to let it go, and you have the power to free yourself from this prison and really step into the full flame of this magnificent thing that you're building. So lean on your spirit guide for guidance, for clarity, for being able to see through the pain to forgiveness, and they will help you do that. And once you can do that, I really feel like the floodgates will just open, and all of these people, you'll just meet all of these divinely timed people who can help you with exactly what you need at exactly the right time. But you have to be open to that. So I wish you the best in making those connections, but first you have to unlock yourself from this prison, and your spirit guide is here to help you do just that. So connect with them as often as you can, as often as you need to. Thank you so much, and if you enjoyed this reading and you want to book a personal reading with me, you can look in the description box below for information on how to do that. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best. Namaste.